Hey Sag, starting your reading at 2:36 a.m. First two cards out, we've got the Sun and we've got the Seven of Swords. First thing coming through with this is there's no use just praying about it. You know, it's like, what is prayer? Some people see prayer as just, you know, wishing and asking for things to happen, waiting on a miracle. And others understand prayer as your own command, you know. Prayer being what you command and what you bring into your reality with thought, feeling, action, intention, sacrifice, alignment, getting the job done. You know, you are the prayer. You are a reflection of, you know, God, whatever God means to you, 57 seconds, to become the answer to your prayer. The quickest way out of an issue right now, 111, is to bask in the deceit. Certain illusions are so subtle, but so like imprinted in your reality that you need to stare them in the face for a minute for things to register. Instead of distracting yourself to cope with the truth of the reality that you're in, instead of distracting yourself from looking at the illusion, to surrender to it. To surrender to it, because it is the very key to the transformation. 202. Rebirth. There's 101 things you could be doing. And especially in today's day and age, it's not fashionable to be kind. It's not fashionable to be soft. It's not fashionable to to be honest about the wounds that you carry and that yours carry. What's coming through is like how when we're younger, and some people when they're older are embarrassed by their parents, or embarrassed by, you know, something not being cool, something not being fashionable. There's a certain way and certain ways that you've chosen to live your life, and certain sacrifices that you've made that haven't been fashionable, that haven't been pretty, that haven't been aesthetically pleasing or inspiring on the surface level, you know, to the outside eye. Actually, what's coming through to the outside eye, you could be receiving a lot of projection, a lot of judgment for being a novice, for being immature, for being you know, for appearing like you don't have your shit together, so to speak. But what's coming through this is a different set of values, you know, a different set of values, a different understanding to those around you, where you've chosen, you've put yourself out in the cold. You've made these sacrifices to not only heal yourself, but to subsequently heal your community, whatever your community is to you. This is integrity of choice. This is Yeshua business. This is the man, you know, in the cloth robe that's laughed at and mocked on the street. That is the magician of all magicians. That is the Merlin of all Merlins, you know. This is never judge a book by its cover. You never know somebody's spiritual ranking. Split the deck, the High Priestess. There's a very strong sense of self coming through here that's inspiring me, because it is very much that thing of being okay with being the jester, you know, being okay with being laughed at, being okay with being the fool. And you was never the fool. That's the joke. It's like the joke's on them, whoever them is, that is invested in your downfall. 622, directly or indirectly, and whether it is indirectly or directly, you're very aware of who everybody is, regardless of what they say or do. Empress, King of Swords, High Priestess, Hierophant, the Fool. Sorry. Okay, sorry. And you know what, guys? There's about to be a flip of a switch, 647, because it's not that you've been playing a fool, yeah, but what's coming through this is you haven't corrected anybody, you know, or maybe not even, people aren't even aware that you know what they're saying, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what's going on, you know. This is like the ability to read intentions, being tuned in. You know what's going on, you know who everyone is, in very minor, like minute detail. The world, justice, but something's about to switch, because especially with Neptune moving into Aries. Oh gosh, it just feels so, you know, I've never been excited in so much for something in my life. 2:44 a.m, the star, right? Today I was literally just sitting there like, oh my gosh, countdown energy. I was like, this is how people feel when they do that countdown at New Year's Eve that I haven't really ever understood. But it's like, this is what it must feel like. Check where you have like where Aries appears in your chart, if you have, to check that out. Okay. If you haven't looked into your chart, to do so, but specifically what's coming up, are all things related to Pluto, Neptune, Mars, and the sign Aries. Aggressive transformation, breakthrough, 6 of Wands. But it's like you've got to pierce through, you know. You've got to, like, I'm seeing like something that actually, like, you've got to break through. This is like, there's many different kinds of breakthroughs. And this is more of a, like, you breaking through. Like knocking the wall down. 6 of Pentacles. Knocking the obstacles down. 247. Move, bitch, get out of the way. Get out of the way, bitch, get out of the way. King of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. All right, what's this over here then? Oh no, why? Why? Why does a cage bird sing? Cage bird sing. The song of something. But longed for still. Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is you going after everything you ever wanted. This isn't you going after it. This is you getting it. This is you getting it. This is, honestly, what's coming through this Six of Swords to start is you didn't have it. You didn't have it to take on everybody and their mother, you know? You didn't have it to take on all the projection and the rejection and the slander and the prejudice and the doubt and the haters and the gossipers and the backstabbers and the bitching and the snitching and the, you know, it's like, I got shit to do. I got shit to do, honey. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I can't be doing this right now. There's bigger fish to fry out here. So it was really just being very aware, but no fella knowing you were aware, because there was no reaction, there was no response. And this doesn't feel like one individual. This is many, many different individual situations, time and time again, being misunderstood, judged, doubted, mocked, you know, for the decisions you've made in the way that you've been moving, because of sacrifices leaving you in not the most glamorous state. But it's like, you're going to get messy when you're laying foundations, and that's what you've done. People are going to want, the same people that were hating are going to want to celebrate when you're, you know, sitting at the top of your castle on top of them foundations. But that's why you got to see who they were when you were laying them. 1347. So you can let that go. And this near future energy, it's like, yeah, it's going to be scary. Yeah, there's grief attached to the past here. Like, things need to be released. It is a new chapter. It is a new season. It is an end of an era, and not in a small way. This isn't just the end of one thing. This is the end of life as you've known it. This is a completely new season, a blank canvas, you know, and it will feel like that. It will feel like a painting that you've spent decades on. It will feel like a painting that you've spent decades on that you're very attached to, and then selling that painting and buying a new canvas, knowing you'll never see that painting again. You'll never be able to look at your work or appreciate kind of the story of it or connect to it again in the way that you did, because you can through memory, you can through certain, you know, objects being portals of nostalgia and whatever, but not in terms of being part of the thing, with the thing, in the thing, in front of the thing, you know. This is like, you know, when you and this is a feeling I've never experienced because I've always lived in the same place, but a feeling of like, or even if I have lived somewhere else, I've always been able to come back to this house. So it's like, I haven't experienced this personally, but this is what I'd assume this feels like, how it's coming through, and this is the example to share. If you move house and then you drive back past your old home, you leave to live in a different country, and then years later you come back to the country, 252. Even if the place you've left for is better than where you started, there's no place like home. And there's something here where there's a lot of changes, there's a lot of new things coming in. Relocating is here, but this isn't going to just happen. This isn't going to just happen in terms of, yes, these opportunities are here, these doors are opening, blessings coming in. people, places and things. But you have to be willing, open, ready, and not just willing to receive the blessing, but willing and ready to act when it arrives, you know. It's not just about receiving the thing, but keeping the thing from a place of proactivity, I want to say. And that doesn't mean panic, that doesn't mean rush, that doesn't mean over-analysing or over-strategizing. Nice and steady and slow, intentional, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. But it means cutting cords with fear, and it means just making the decision. It's not about it being easier. It's not about waiting for it to feel less heavy or less sad or less, you know, there be less grief. But it's really just making a decision and communicating that with yourself out loud, or, you know, in your whatever, in a voice, that it's time. It's time to let go, it's time to move on, and this is what we're doing now, you know. You know you're at a crossroads, and it's quite comfortable to stay there waiting for the train to come in, or letting the trains go by and waiting for the next one. It's now or never. And is it now or never? No, but yeah. There's an opportunity now, there's a gateway now, you know. It's time to jump. 1822, and you can feel it. It's like, yeah, things are divine, and it's like whatever decision brings you closer, brings you back to love with Temperance, whatever brings you closer to yourself, you know, whatever makes you feel most at home. And sometimes that means feeling most uncomfortable in the short term. But this is really investing in yourself and what you truly desire. It's going to mean having a bit of a audacious energy moving forward. The Hermit. How you see yourself, 1919. What I'm seeing is like the hoof. What is it called? When like a bull's getting ready to charge, or a horse is like, I don't even know what animal does it. I'm just seeing the hoof, and I'm like, whose hoof is that? You know, like when you're getting ready to charge and you'll like pull your hoof back. Well, you won't, because you probably... Oh God. Okay, start again. Look, it's 2:56 a.m. Okay, I know I'm not talking to any horses out here, right? But listen, you pull your hoof back, boom, 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 you're ready to go. Charge up, rev it up, rev it up, rev it up. You know, it's and the thing is that you're coming out of hibernation, and no one don't think you've seen, heard, or know a damn thing. It's like while you've been away, so to speak, in isolation, or while you've been, you know, doing certain things in private, that you've not been kept in the loop. Granny snitched, just a write-off. The devil. Yeah. You don't need to hear it, you don't need to see it to know it, right? And now it's like you're going to act accordingly to things you shouldn't even know about, or things you don't even know, but you know. But this is great. FYI, there's no need to react to this. There's no need to go around correcting everybody, or, you know, seeking justice in a way that you'll never get it. It's just like information's your protection. Won't be trusting those again. Six of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. More energy for you. Keep birthing the new. Out the cage, off you flew. The Wheel of Fortune. What's his outcome? I'd rather have a sandwich, mate. I'd rather have a sandwich. This is when everything arrives, guys. This is complete detachment. This is complete detachment. Rebirth back coming through. Number 42 from the medicine cards. This is complete detachment. Like, you can't even think about the results because you're so in it, you know. You're so in the 222. You're so in the 4-2s. You're so in the you're in the moment. Like, there's no time to even check to see how the last thing went. You're on to the next thing. And even in terms of like you've survived the cold. You know, it's like, you know, you can survive the cold, but you can't survive losing yourself. 2247. So this is complete allegiance to self, right? Page of Pentacles. But what is coming through with this is you've become your own superhero. But even superheroes have a sidekick, right? Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. Yeah, you can handle the cold. Yeah, it's not worth trusting people you know you can't trust. Yeah, it may feel more comfortable to stay a lone wolf forever, but you're not here to stay comfortable. And there's more potential to be reached. And with this, it means after all the betrayal, after all the nonsense, to open yourself up to collaboration, to community again. And to, even if you can do something flawlessly on your own, to be open to what it could be in collaboration, in unity, community. 222, Ace of Swords, the World, Hanged Man. Because it's like, yeah, it's a skill to be like out here on your own in the wild, but are you fulfilled? And is it, are you fulfilled? Are you emotionally fulfilled? And spiritually, you know, connection being a main part of healing. There's something here where it's time to let somebody else fill your cup. This is coming through like a lovey thing. As I say that, the lovers just falls down there. Yeah, not amused by this. Rather not. Rather have a sandwich. The moon. Four of Cups. 7 of Wands. The moon. I hear it, and it's I'm laughing because I'm laughing, and then I'm also laughing because I laugh when I'm maybe a little nervous or awkward, and I'm like, oh, this is triggering because this is me as well, to a degree. Nine of Pentacles. Things are about to change, Sag. Tower, strength. Someone's coming to tame your little beastie self. Judgment. Chariot. Stop. You're gonna shut me another arcana on this. Justice. Okay. Ask and you shall receive, Sonny Jim. Right. Look at this now. Tower, strength, judgment, justice, chariot. Da-da-da. Oh, 303. Guys, there's been a lot of love coming through in the readings recently, a lot more consistently than ever before. Is all the world coming into some kind of loving era? The Hermit, number 9. Find or be a mentor. Take a break from society. A commitment to your spiritual growth. The Emperor. Use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organised, a firm but compassionate leader. Hermit, Virgo energy. Emperor, Aries. And we've got the Lovers, Gemini energy, number 6. True love that is long-lasting, choices made from the heart, a return to good health. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage a passionate relationship. Charming, self-confident, passionate, restless. Number 21, the world, a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that's now complete. Let's see what the medicine cards. Okay, the whole deck split. That's random. The whole deck just split, like something just pulled it out of my hand. And in the middle of the deck, we've got the 9 of Cups, which shouldn't be here. And the half of the deck that kind of flew over there, we've got the Hawk, Messenger. Maybe check Libra's reading if you feel guided to it. And the Buffalo, number 19, Prayer and Abundance. Hummingbird 44. Someone's about to come and change your whole mood, bro. 44, Hummingbird. Follow joy or be destroyed. Surrender to this. It will do you some good. It will do you some good. Your health, your wealth, yourself. 52, Black Panther. Jumping into the void, empty-handed with implicit trust. Embracing the unknown. Patience, young Padawan. Got the Ant, 32. Diversion, 23. Someone's about to really take you by surprise. Stay grounded, stay and know yourself. Be aware of any I want to reject someone before you get rejected. Or some kind of insecurity being the reason to push something away. Confront what needs to be confronted. Confront yourself and confront this person. But pay attention to detail. Pay attention to detail. Because you're never wrong. Right? Right. There's more than one person coming in here, right? There's more than one person coming in here. And when I'm saying more than one, I don't mean 2. This is going to be different for each of you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But there's more than one person coming in here. And for some of you, one of these people specifically is a definite no. Okay, it's a definite no, and you may have dreamt about this person. You may have dreamt about this person, or you're going to. And instead of panicking and kind of getting a kick out of the chemical addiction of fear and curiosity and an adrenaline rush of, oh, wonder what this means, wonder what this means. Take it seriously, it is important, take note, write it down. Not to come from a serious place of fear, but, you know, dream tracking will be great. As soon as you come round, start just noting down things that come through before you really get overstimulated with the lights and the day. Because you're going to see right through something. Someone's going to come in as sweet as a pea, right? And it's a very dark energy, 32. The deer, the lizard. There's nothing to fear in this, okay? Because your energy itself is a shield to this nonsense, 32-47. And you will know exactly what to do and exactly what to say. 3-3. And you'll do this in a very seamless and sneaky fashion in terms of spirit has got your back here, right? You're going to do this in a way where you leave situations with anybody that has bad intentions, or any conversations or any interactions, or with anyone that has bad intentions, in a way where there's no backlash, there's no comeback. Free, for freeze. There's no it's done with. It's done in a very closed way. Things are left closed, things are left peaceful, and this shouldn't be possible, but it is possible. It is possible, and this isn't something that's going to be rehearsed. This isn't something you got to worry about. This isn't even something you got to know about. You're so protected, even if you didn't know, you're still going to do the right thing when it comes to this. But pay attention to your dreams. Anything comes through, anything, you know, in your psyche, anything coming through, just be aware of it. And know that you choose what you accept in your reality. Just because something shows up in your reality, just because something's pulling on your energy, just because, you know, it could be some kind of short-term satisfaction, doesn't mean that it's for you. And you're very aware of this. So there's nothing to worry about with this. This is just a one-off key energy coming through. But there's many things to look forward to. You're going to be so busy with blessings. This is really not going to be that deep. Even if it is a heavy energy, and or somebody from the past you don't want to hear from, or just somebody with harsh intentions, this isn't going to phase you, and there would have been a time it would, but it's really, really not. You're good, know that. You're divinely protected. Just stay in your heart space. Amethyst, metamorphosis. You're in a vortex of deep transformation. Surrender to the process that's unfolding. Amethyst, sometimes called Holy Amethyst or Lady Amethyst, is an ascended angelic being and divine feminine archangel connected to energies of transformation and transmutation. She is the divine counterpart of Zadkiel, the keeper of the violet flame, and for that reason has been seen as a guardian of that energy, or even a personification of it. The only documentation of her appears in New Age teachings from the 1980s onward, but she is well regarded and trusted by healers and psychics as an angel who is helping bring in a new golden age. Her sole mission is to help us take what has challenged us and transform it into a mission to serve the earth. Your message: the best time to change is when change is happening around you. This is a powerful and enlightening moment of your journey, for you are in a process of deep transformation. There's a good chance that you are feeling some resistance to the changes occurring at this time. Maybe a part of you doesn't feel ready for them, or you don't fully understand the purpose of them, but you are being guided to trust in the process and surrender to the shifts, for they are moving you into a space of wholeness and healing. Change isn't a linear process. Sometimes it will feel as if you're taking one step forward and 3 steps back, but they're all essential, and all hold the keys of learning. Energetically, you are like a caterpillar going into the chrysalis, and soon you will have the opportunity to emerge into a more aligned and aware state. If you try to fight the changes that are unfolding around you, you could delay your expansion. So relax, angels are with you, leading you to real transformation. And then we've got the squirrel, the dog. And really what's coming through this is being loyal to your future. Do what you need to do. Let go of what you need to let go of. Cleanse what you need to cleanse. Clear what you need to clear. Release what you need to release. Emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally. People, places, things. Sacrifice turkey 31. It's crunch time. It's crunch time. 17, mountain lion. 28, armadillo. Leadership and boundaries. Butterfly. Where's the what is this? Straight away. All right, something coming through about there's many ways to lead, there's many ways to teach, there's many ways to share, there's many ways to care, there's many you know, you have your own special way. That thing of if there's an opportunity for ease, the Almighty permits it. Don't judge the fish on its ability to climb the tree. I'm not like you and you're not like me. There is a way for you to fulfill your purpose, passions, the leadership role, to lead your own life and to lead others to lead themselves in a way that doesn't break your heart, in a way that doesn't suck your soul and your spirit, in a way where you don't have to completely change and abandon and judge and condemn yourself for being yourself. You are you because that's who you're meant to be. There's a way that you will do things that will be unlike anyone else if you can really let yourself be yourself and try to do what you feel you want to do, even if you're the first one to do it. Even if you're not meant to, you know, it's say like you want to do a certain, you want to have a certain career, but everybody wears a suit and you have sensory pain with clothing, so you don't want to wear a suit, but you want to do a certain career. And you start your own business and everybody in the office wears sensory friendly clothing and you don't wear a suit and you don't wear a tie. Does that mean you're any less corporate? Does that mean you're going to earn less money? Well, that's up to you. You can make more money than the businesses that do wear suits every day, you know. Say that everybody's online and you need to be online or you need to be on social media to have a successful business, but you don't want to be on social media. But you're not seeing anyone around you have a successful business just through face-to-face or, you know, word of mouth or sending a pigeon with a note. Still do it, you know, because it's for you. What is for you is for you. And you're going to be surprised when you follow your heart, when you follow your truth, your own authentic desire, call and blueprint. You're going to be more successful than the man handing out success. And this is through a self-healing. There are a few more tests here, I'll be real, like that, you know, the energy that just come up. There's good and there's bad to things, but you don't have to accept the bad of things in your reality, you know. Just because there's some kind of dark intention coming towards you doesn't mean that you have to focus on that or bring that into your reality or accept that in your reality. There's many positive things for you to focus on, and just move in that, knowing you're divinely protected, and things are continuing to flourish. Time to take action, power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury, Empress number 3. And we've got the 3 of summer, news worth celebrating, announcements such as weddings, graduations or births, friends you cherish, 4447. Gonna leave it there, guys. If this did resonate, like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you soon. Sending so much love.